All right, hey, shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Raha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that teach and do rule well. Shalom to the Akim, the hopeful elect that puts the truth with all truth and sincerity. This your brother Zakar and Bonds coming back on the highways and the hedges to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, aka America, man. Okay, and this lesson on the highways and the hedges is gonna go into you should pay for your own sin. Esau, Edom, man. Okay, you always say, "Oh, that was my forefathers and whatnot," which is you coming back in reincarnation. You just don't have the understanding of that, man. All right, 1 second. So we're gonna touch down into Isaiah chapter 14. We're gonna flow with the Spirit. Isaiah the 14th, the latter verse, around the 20th verse. We all know this. Okay. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 20. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Man, who's the seed of evildoers, man? There's a cursed peoples, man. There's a people that the Most High have an extremely hatred for, man. Who was that? The Edomites. All right, they go back to the Garden of Eden. The serpent, I made a video about that last night. Okay, that goes to the serpent, the Garden of Eden, then Cain, and then Esau, then the descendants, man. All right, from the top, from the elites, all the way down to the little peon Edomites, man. They all wicked, man. They all the seed of evildoers, man. Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, said the Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, said the Yahweh, man. So there will be no remainder of the house of Esau, reading the book of Obadiah, man. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, said the Yahweh of hosts. All right, so this land, America, is utterly going to be destroyed, man. Let's get the book of Psalms 37. Let's flow with that. The book of Psalm chapter 37. Okay, we're going to flow in the spirit of you should pay for your own sin, man. All right? Fret not thyself. Psalm chapter 37, verse 1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, man. All right, we know everything has to play out, okay? So we're not just out here just ranting and raving for without a cause, man. Okay, we telling you the judgment that's coming to America, the judgment that's coming to the peoples that in control, man. All right, that world behind to the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. Excuse me. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, man. So our hatred and our zeal is justified, man, according to the scriptures, man. Okay, we're not just out here just of Esau because he's just doing whatever he wants. No, we zealous, man. We waiting for the downfall of this man kingdom, man. This is nothing but abomination of the earth. This is nothing but utterly wickedness, man. You don't know what is what. Like, you don't know what's real and what's fake. All right, you're going to get fooled. You don't know what is that. You don't know what you're eating half the time. You don't know who you're looking at. You don't know what kind of co-workers you're on your job, man. Okay, it's a lot of strange and a lot of detestable things that's going on. All right, and the ones that sigh and that cry, those the ones that follow Yahweh shot. All right, since the beginning, man. Those are chosen. Those the remnant. That's the 144,000. All right, continue on. Psalms 37, verse 1 again. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Verse 2. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. And how is that going to happen? By the ICBM missiles, man. This place is going to be an utterly lake of fire, man, by the missiles. Okay? It's going to burn up. The Edomites are going to burn up what other heathen nations and 2/3 of Israel, man. The so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics will be burned up as well, man. If they don't come to the realization that they are the chosen of the Lord, man, and start rehearsing the righteous acts and put off the old man. Okay? Then if they don't do that, they're gonna join right with the Esau, man, the Edomites, so-called white man. Verse 3. Let's read verse 2 again. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as a green herb. And continue to elaborate on that. Once again, that the nation of Esau, Edom was only let loose for a season and a time, man. Every kingdom has I don't want to butcher it, but I think it's a kingdom usually lasts around 350, maybe more. Excuse me, but I don't want to butcher it. But anyways, this kingdom is no different between the Roman system, man. The Roman system, it's the revamp of Rome, man. It's not as strong as Rome, But this is basically what America is, man. Okay? And it's going to fall like every other kingdom. What makes this kingdom so much spectacular than the other kingdoms that fell? Nothing. Okay? Let's grab the book of Exodus. All right, there's a lot of spirits moving around today. You know. Let's grab the book of Exodus. Exodus, woo. Exodus 9 and 16 is a point. But I'm going to start at okay, Exodus 9, and I'll start at verse 15. For now I will stretch out my hand, that I may smite thee, and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up, for to shew in thee my power, that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. Let's read it again. I'm gonna read it slowly. All right, I have a habit of reading. I have a habit of talking fast, reading fast. You know, that just my spirit. But I'm reading it very slowly. Ezra chapter 9 and verse 16. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up. It's talking about the ancient Egyptian empire. Well, Mizraim. Egypt really is a Greek, you know, term, but Mizraim, okay, which is spiritual Egypt right now, America. The same thing. Okay, the same way the Most High raised up every kingdom, man. The Most High did it, all right? They didn't wake up one morning and just decide they're going to conquer. The Most High put it in their hearts, man. In the scriptures in Job, it says that in a dream of the night, he sealed up their instructions, okay, in the way that they should go. Man's goings are the way of the Lord, man, so you cannot just do what you want to do, man. You can't just wake up and say, oh, today I'm going to conquer someone because I feel like it. It doesn't work like that. Ezra chapter 9 and verse 16. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up, man, our adversaries, our enemies, for to shew in thee my power. All right, this is ultimately what Most High want, man. This is the Most High's will, man. Show in thee my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth, man. The Most High name will be a name and a praise. Will be a fame and praise, man. Every knee will bow down to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, according to the scriptures. Psalms 37 verse 2 again. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Yahweh and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Who's going to trust in Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, man? It's not going to be all other nations. It's not going to be 2/3 of the Israelites, man. The 2/3, the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. They are Israelites, but it's not their time to be saved, man. Okay? It's not their time to endure. Okay? They're going to be destroyed, man. The one they're going to endure is going to be the remnants. All right? Come on. Trust in Yahweh and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Let's get a quick precept. I'm thinking about maybe Leviticus. I'm thinking about Leviticus. Lord willing, that's it. Something real, it's a short precept, quick precept, Slakia. Let's do Leviticus chapter 20. Leviticus chapter 20. And let's start at verse 2 again. Thou shalt say to the children of Israel, whosoever he be of the children of Israel or of the strangers, there is like foreigners that wasn't born in the land of Jerusalem. Whosoever he be of the children of Israel or of the strangers that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stone. This is if you go off, man. Okay? It's not talking about some other nation. It's talking about the Israelites. The Israelite foreigners, you may not have been born in the land, but you still have the rights because why you are an Israelite. Verse 24. Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 24. Salakia. Start verse 22. Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein spew you not out. And you know, and we broke every law, man. This is why we got spewed out. As the scripture said, this is why we got cast out, man. Because we became like unto the heathen. We followed their ways, we followed their customs. Okay? Let's read it again. Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 22. Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein spew you not out. Verse 23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation which I cast out before you. For they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. Okay? And we did all the things that the nation had done, man. We followed their ways. We sacrificed into false idols. Okay? You can read a book of 2 Kings where it goes into how, King Manasseh, the king of Judah at that time, he was sacrificing children unto I want to say Molech. Excuse me. I don't want to butcher it. Verse 23. And ye shall not walk in the manner of the nations, which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things. And therefore I abhorred them. Verse 24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, the land of Canaan, man. And I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am the Yahweh your power, which has separated you from other peoples, man. We are not to be like the other peoples. We have been separated, man. Okay, we are above every other nation. The so-called Negroes, the Americans, and the Spanish. Got to keep throwing that out there, man, because our peoples get very simple, man. All right, they want to, make friends and dragging everybody into this covenant. Everyone can't be a part of this covenant, man. Once again, not every so-called Negro, Native American, and Spanish can be a part of this, man. Because right now, as we speak, they got to pay the judgment, man, the second death, which is the fire. Psalms 37, verse 4. Delight thyself also in the Yahweh, and ye shall give thee, Salakia. Delight thyself also in the Yahweh, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Okay, what's the desire of my thine heart, man? Okay, we trying to continue to grow in this knowledge and understanding, man. We want to see the downfall of our enemies, man. Okay, we waiting for and first and foremost, waiting for the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Our apostle Tahar, deemed 2021, which is almost up, according to the system of things, according to the Edomite standard, his time frame. But we are hastening the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? If you're not sick of this place and you're not crying and sighing and crying and doing all you can do to continue to expose this devil, then you're just wasting your time, man. Okay? You can know you're Israelite all day long, but if you're not putting in the work, then that's no point, man. It's vain. Psalms 37, verse 4, once again. Delight thyself also in the Yahweh, and he shall give thee desires of thine heart. Verse 5. Commit thy way unto the Yahweh. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass, man. This is only for the nation of Israel, man. We're gonna delight ourselves in Yahweh Shai, the elect, the remnant. Okay? We didn't just wake up one day and decide that we're gonna start prophesying and quoting scriptures and doing all we can and rehearsing righteous acts, man. This was already destined. We was preordained, as it says in the scriptures. Okay? See if I can grab that as well. Leviticus. Salakia. Back to the book of Leviticus. I'm read 5 once again. Commit thy way unto the Yahweh. Trust in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Salakia. That's all right. Continue on. Verse 6. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday, man. Thy righteousness as the light. Okay? Because we the ones that are out here, man. This is why you see people's, looking at you a certain way when you're on the highways and the hedges, quoting scriptures, man. It's fascinating. It say even the angels behold, man. Psalm 69 and verse 6, Bab Kashah. I can find the precept. All right. Psalm 69 and verse 6. Let not them that wait on thee, O Yahweh, power of hosts, be ashamed for my sake. Let not those that seek thee be confounded for my sake, O Yahweh Bashem al-Shai of Israel. Okay, that was good, but that's not the one I was looking for. Okay, let's get the book of Matthew. Okay, let's get the book of Matthew. Let's get the book of Matthew, and let's start at verse. Let's get the book of Matthew. Start verse 1. We're just gonna read on down. Once again, we're flowing in the spirit, man. Okay. Let's get the book of Matthew, and we'll start at start verse 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. All right, joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, man. Only, once again, only starting with the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. You got to be an Israelite first, and then you have to be a part of the elect. 144,000 and the 1/3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for there is the kingdom of heaven. Verse 4. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. This is what you see brothers out here doing now, man. Mourning, sighing, crying, begging Yahweh Shai, Bab Kashah, destroy this devil. Bab Kashah, destroy this kingdom. Abba Baal, man. Destroy Babylon. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. God grabs Ezekiel chapter 9. I'm going to go back to Ezekiel. I'm going to go back to Psalm 37 in a few. Spirit, man. Get the book of Ezekiel chapter 9 real quick. Excuse me. Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set, once again, Jerusalem, people, for its a place, of the city through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Verse 6, it's going to the 2/3, man. So the elect was exempt, man, through the Holy Spirit, man, through this wisdom and understanding. Okay? That sigh and that cry, that mourn, man. We have no pleasure in what's going on, man. This is not a beautiful kingdom, man. This is sickening. Okay? This is very tiresome, man. This is wearing you out. As it says there, wear out the saints in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25. Okay? This is very tiresome, man. Working hard days of work and coming back with crumbs, man. Coming back with a little to nothing. All right? Well, you know your spirit, you are better than this devil, man. Well, you know your spirit, you are a king, a priest. As it says in scriptures, a nation, a kingdom, and priests, man. And also our women's as well, man. Okay? Shalom to you sisters out there that staying true, man, and not being a damn witch, man. That know to shut up, man. That know to be a keeper at home, man. All right? To please your husband. Come on, man. Ezekiel 9:4 again. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said, in my hearing go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Verse 6, slay utterly old and young. So it doesn't matter, man. If you're old devil, you will be destroyed. All right? If you're a young devil, you will be destroyed, man. If you're young, wicked, whatever, you will be destroyed. All right? And our peoples are also is like devils as well, man. All right? Jake is wicked as hell, man. All right? You look at Jake sometimes, you be like, damn. All right? You just look at him like you understand that this has to play out, but you still say, damn, man. See Jake with tattoos on his faces, and see Jake with all types of dreadlocks and all types of heathen customs, and he just look a damn fool, man. Wicked, man. So you will be destroyed. Verse 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, upon whom has been exempt, man. And this is a spiritual mark, okay? It's two different things between Revelation 13 and Ezekiel 9. All right, that's a physical mark in a Revelation 13. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And begin at my sanctuary, then it began at the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go you forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. Verse 8, and it came to pass, while they were slaying them, and I was left, that I fell upon my face and cried, and said, I, Yahweh Shai, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel, and thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem? Then said he unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceeding great, and the land is full of blood, and the city full of preservedness. For they say, the Yahweh have forsaken the earth, and the Yahweh see it not. Okay, so the Most High can do so much killing to the point where Ezekiel, you know, do so much killing of his own people, Salakia, that Ezekiel said, whoa, you know, like, oh man, this is, you gonna slay all your peoples? No. The Most High always gonna save a remnant, man. You read in the book of Isaiah chapter 10, 144,000, the 1/3. The Most High always gonna have that remnant that he's gonna save. All right? And as for me also, mine eye, how you doing? And as for me also, mine eyes shall not spare. Neither will I have pity, but I will recompense their way upon their head. All right, this is turning right back around, man. This is coming right back around to what, man? You commit a sin, you will pay for your own sin, man. And behold, a man clothed with linen, which had the inkhorn by his side, reported the matter, saying, I have done as thou hast commanded me, man. This is a commandment of Yahweh Yahweh Shah, man. He's not asking you, he's telling you. All right, back to the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 4. Blessed, once again, blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. We just read that, the one that signed that cry, man. Blessed are the meek, the humble. The Israelites are the humble ones, starting with the elect, because not all Israelites is humble. They're proud as hell, just like Esau, Edom. Blessed are the meek that, it's like a blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth, man. We're going to inherit everything of this earth, man. Everything belongs to us. The world was made for our sakes. Let's grab the book of Ezekiel. Let's grab the book of 2nd Esdras. Let's grab the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. Flow in the spirit, man. 2nd Esdras. Baba Gashah can find it. Woo! I'm going to read all of it. I'm going to start at verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Okay, so yeah, technically everyone do come of Adam, but there's a chosen lineage. There's a chosen seed line. Okay? Let's read it again. Verse 54. 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou, Salakia. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also, whom thou hast chosen. Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because thou madest the world for our sakes. For our sakes, man. This was made for our sakes. So the meek, the humble, the ones that do the work, the ones that sign that cry, the ones that mourn. This is our world, man. The Most High made the world for our sakes, man, for the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Okay? As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Have no value. They have no merit. They serve no purpose. They here to do one thing only, to destroy, man. Verse 57. And now, O Most High, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us, man. For our iniquities, man. For us being rebellious, man. The Most High raised up the bases of men, man. Cave peoples. All right, cave peoples is literally making decrees and making laws and looking down upon you. And they are hated by Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. Verse 58. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called, thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy favorite lover, are given into their hands. For, Salakia, 58 once again, Salakia. But we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, Jacob, Yaquab, thy only begotten, and thy favorite lover, are given into their hands. All right, we have been scattered amongst all these heathens, man. We are under subjection to our enemies, Esau, and wherever else Jacob scattered to. Jacob scattered amongst Elam, the so-called East Indians, and the Arabia. I mean, we scattered everywhere, man. All right, and wherever Jacob go, he's still gonna catch them. He's still gonna catch hell, man. As they say in the world, the L. All right, Jake's still gonna catch the L. You know why? Because the curse is still on Jake, man. But we are coming to but we are at the very, very end of this man's rulership, man. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure, man? How long shall this endure? This is the prophet, man. This is a priest asking the same question. But we gotta bear, man. Okay? This is long suffering, man. Matthew chapter 5, verse 5, once again. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled, man. All right, this is all we think about. We meditate on gaining more understanding of the scriptures, man. We meditate on gaining more understanding, man. You never ever get enough wisdom and knowledge, man. Okay, this is all we do. This is all we think about. This has become, like it says, likened unto our women's, man. Verse 7. Let's read 6 once again. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Verse 7. Matthew chapter 5, verse 7. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. All right, the ones that judge righteous, the ones that judge righteously, man. The ones that's not being a hypocrite. Okay. Verse 8. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh Yahushua, man. The ones that's not, being deceitful. That's not lying to his neighbor, man. Verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh Yahushua. Does that even sound like an Edomite, a so-called white man? What peace have they ever made, man? Okay? What peace, man? Wherever they go, they are causing confusion. They are causing destruction. They are lying, man. They are waiting to destroy, man. The devil come not but to kill, steal, and destroy. Thus said the Lord in the book of John chapter 10, verse 10. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh Yahushua. Blessed are they which are persecuted after righteousness, man. The ones that are going through it right now, man. The ones that catch all types of hell for the word of Yahweh Yahushua, man. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for there is the kingdom of heaven. All right, joint heirs with Yahweh Yahushua, man. Verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. This is for Yahweh Yahushua's sake, man. You can look at me like I'm crazy all you want. All right, you can look down upon me. You can look and say, what the hell this Negro is doing out here, man? Okay? This is ultimately for Yahweh Yahushua. This is why I'm out here. The only reason. Okay? To give myself, like every other brother, to give ourselves shot at making it, man. So we can be exempt from the judgment that's getting ready to come to America, man. Babylon the Great, man. We're out here to please Yahweh Yahushua, to warn his peoples, man. Okay? Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you false for my sake. Making up, lying on brothers, saying that brothers has said something when we had said absolutely nothing, putting all types of false accusation against us, man, which is slander. Okay, what goes against the scriptures. Verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you, man. This had nothing to do with any other nation, man. The prophets. What is a prophet? To be a prophet, you got to be what? An Israelite, first and foremost, of the nation of Israel. And then you got to be preordained, man, like Jeremiah, okay? The Most High chosen Jeremiah as a baby, man. Rejoice and be exceeding glad. This is why brothers, be rejoicing. Did I see brothers having an excitement in the scriptures, man? Why? Because it's the zeal of Yahweh Yahushua, man. We understand that this kingdom is on its way out, man. Verse 13. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophet which were before you. Verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, the nation of Israel. Okay, starting with the elect. Once again, ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is destined for good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot of men. Verse 14 is the point. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid, man. All right, we are the light of the world. So-called Negroes, they Americans and Hispanics, the nation of Israel. Okay, we are the light of the world. This is why you see different Israelites doing great things. This is why you can see a random, as they say, a random so-called Negro in the ghetto, and he come out of nowhere just doing great things. Cause why? He's an Israelite, man. He's the salt. All right. Look at our peoples, man. For instance, like I like sports. But look how you can see someone like Jerry Rice, right? He's a football player. Man came from some, little part of Mississippi and became one of the greatest wide receivers. LeBron James came from Cleveland, Ohio, man. You name it, man. Okay? You know, just different examples. We can come from the slumps and still outshine these heathens. It's not even close. Verse 30. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men. This is what we're doing now, man. Hitting the highways and the hedges, preaching His word consistently. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your works, they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Okay? Stop there. Back to the book of Psalms 37. All right, this is all for the glory of Yahweh Yahawashi, man. This had nothing to do with none of us, man. Because the Most High doesn't need any of us. Most High could raise up, as it says in the book of Matthew chapter 3, He could raise up stones, man, unto Abraham. You know? So this is very, so we just happy to be here. As the scripture says, I'd rather be a doorkeeper in the house of the Lord, man. Okay? Just got a book of Psalm chapter 37. Back to the verse 6. And ye shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Verse 7. Rest in the Yahweh, and wait patiently for Him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospered in his way, because of the man who bringeth it wicked devices to pass, man. So yeah, technically, you know, when you look at the so-called white man, the Esau, the Edomites prospering, and they just seem like they can't take a L, they can't lose. They're not catching hell like Jake. They're not in trouble as your typical you know, your typical Negro, American, Hispanic, okay? Because this is their time, man. This is their time to rule. This is their time to act a damn fool, man. Let's grab the book of Matthew chapter 8. All right, it's the spirit came through me. All right, everyone has a time, man, and this is their time. But the difference between their time and the nation of Israel is that our time is going to be forever, man. Perpetual kingdom, man. Everlasting kingdom, man. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 5. I'm sorry, chapter 8. All right, Matthew chapter 8 and verse 30. Matthew chapter 8 and verse 30. And their eyes were open, and Yahweh straightly charged them, saying, see that no man know it. Verse 31. But they, when they were departed, spread abroad his fame in all that country. Verse 32 is verse 32. As they went out, behold, they brought to him a dumb man possessed with a devil. Verse 33. And when the devil was cast out, the dumb spake, and the multitudes marveled, saying, it was never so seen in Israel. Verse 34. But the Pharisees said he cast out devils through the prince of the devils. And Yahushua went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues. Salakia, that's not the one I'm looking for. Salakia, that was good as well. So Salakia, I mean, that was good as well. That was Matthew chapter 9. Matthew chapter 8. All right. Let's start Matthew chapter 8 and verse 29. And behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee? Start Matthew chapter 8, verse 28, Salakia. And when he was come to the other side and to the country of the Gergesens, there met him two possessed with devils coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by that way. All right? Same way now, man. This is why you see people, you call them crazy or lunatic or insane. Them the people that are just possessed by demons, man. All right? Verse 29, behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, Yahawashi, thou son of Yahweh? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? All right, this is these are demons. Read it again. Read it very slowly. And behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, Yahawashi, thou son of Yahweh? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time, man? So basically, that's the point, man. The time. All right. The nation of Esau, Edom, this is their time. Their time is waning down. But it was their time to rule, act a fool, do all manner of wickedness, man. Damn bitch over here taking a picture. And there was a good way off from them and herd of many swine feeding. So the devil besought him, saying, if thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. Verse 32 is the point. Verse 32, continue on. And he said unto them, go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine. And behold, The whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea, perished in the waters. All right? What's the point of taking a fucking picture, man? I don't understand that shit. Like, oh, I'm gonna take a fucking picture. What is that? You worrying about what I'm looking like, but you're not concerned what was coming out. And it's a fucking black woman, man. Eve, man. The damn devil, man, I tell you. And they that kept them fled and went their ways into the city, and told everything and what was befallen to the possessed of the devils. Verse 34, and behold, the whole city came out to meet Yahushua, and when they saw him, they besought him that he would depart out of their coast. It's back to the book of Psalms 37, bitch. Hate that. God, these black women's got to go, man. Damn devils. Psalms 37. Psalm 37, verse 7, once again, Babashah. Rest in the Yahweh and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospered in his way, because of the man who bring wicked devices to pass, man. So just because they are, once again, the nation of Esau is prospering, does not mean that they are beloved of the Lord, man. He that the Most High chastised and corrected, that's who he loves, man. This is why we've got our punishment. All right, verse 8, cease from anger and forsake wrath, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, man. All right, we got to use wisdom, man. Okay, we got to use wisdom and understanding, man. We got to know how to maneuver in this kingdom, man. Okay, because this kingdom will swallow you up if you let it. If you don't have the Yahweh Shai, and you're not meditating on his laws, statutes, commandments, you will get swallowed up by the ways of this world, man. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Yahweh, they shall inherit the earth. Those that wait upon Yahweh Shai, this is what we're ultimately waiting for. We're not playing around. This is not a game, man. As it says in the scriptures in the book of Exodus, that it rose up to play. Okay? For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Once again, a season, man. Just got to continue to preach this word and continue to wait on Yahweh Shai. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. All right? He's going to pass away like his own dog, as it says in the book of Job. All right? It's going to be like a dream, man. This devil is not going to be this devil is not going to be in our conversations, man. Verse 11, but the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. We're going to delight ourselves in abundance of peace. And who's the meek? We've got the book of Psalm 69. Psalm 69 and verse 35. Okay? So you've been warned, man. So anything else that befalling you, that's on you, man. We just washing the blood off our hands. Psalm 69 verse 35. For Most High, for Yahweh Shai will save Zion, and will build the cities of Judah, that they may dwell there, and have it in possession. Only the nation of Israel, Zion, which is once again the same thing as peoples before it's a place, are in the ultimately land. The seed also of his servants, verse 36, the seed also of his servants shall inherit it, and they that love his name shall dwell therein. The servants, all right? Who the servants of Yahweh Shai? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the descendants. Okay? Get the book of Psalms 37 once again, Baba Shah. We're going to keep flowing with this, man. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Yahweh, they shall inherit the earth. Verse 10. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yet thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. Verse 11. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The nation of Israel, man. Verse 12. The wicked plot against the just, and garnish upon him with his teeth. Who's the wicked, man? You can read the table of nations. Let's grab a book of Psalms 83. Let's keep on going. Tell me, God. Let's grab a book of Psalms 83. Salakia. Psalms 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh Shai. Verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their heads. So they do not love Yahweh Shai, man. They go to, they can go to these false ass churches and scream and shout, but they got a hatred for the true power, man. Okay? Bring up Revelation 1, Daniel 10, Daniel 7, of what he truly looked like. All right? And they reject it. They scoff and they scorn at it, man. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Verse 4. Psalms 83 and verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right? So they took crafty counsels, man. A great conspiracy, man. This is why they don't teach you who you are in these churches, man. The damn elite know exactly who you are. Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. Verse 6 is the point, down out. The tabernacles of Edom, and the tabernacles of Edom, so-called white man, and the Ishmaelites, so-called Arabian, of Moab, so-called Chinese, and the Hagarians, Gebel and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. All right, this is going to the other nations, man. The Ammonites, the Japanese, Amalek, the ones that think they are the Jews, which are not. All right, back to the book of Psalms 37 and 12 once again. The wicked plot against the just and gash upon him with his teeth. Verse 13. The Yahweh shall laugh at him, for he said that his day is coming, man. The Most High already know what's going to happen, man. This man's kingdom is done, okay? You know, like we just wait for the big M, man, for them to go ahead and mandate MOTB. All right, and the remnant will, and the remnant of Israel will not take it, man. Okay, they're gonna be some elect members that may have to die to glorify Yahweh Shai. All right, verse 13, the Yahweh shall laugh at him, for he see that his day is coming. For he see that his day is coming, man. This man's kingdom is finished. Verse 14, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation, man. All right, upright conversation. What's the upright conversation, man? Preaching the Most High's kingdom. Repent, for the kingdom is at hand. Doing all you can do, man. All right, we not doing anything. We're not deceiving you, man. We're doing everything, preaching the words of Yahweh Shai. You rejecting it, scoffing, scorning, man. But it's all good, because you will pay back for that, man. Verse 15. Their sword shall enter into their own hearts, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked. All right? So we don't have a lot. We don't own that much, man. Okay? But a little that a righteous man has is better than, read it, Psalms 37, verse 16. A little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked. Okay? Why? Because this is a corruptible crown. The fashion of this world passed it away, man. All right? It's only temporary. Verse 17, for the arms of the wicked shall be broken, that their power. But the Yahweh upholdeth the righteous. He's going to uphold the 144,000, the remnant that stay true. All right? That endure unto the end. I'm trying to think of the precept. That stay true for his name's sake, man. Revelation chapter 14. Revelation chapter 14. Let's grab it real quick, Bob Kasha. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 4. These are, wait. Father throne, all right, Revelation chapter 14, verse 3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song, the doctrine, you understand most scriptures, but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Verse 4. Revelation chapter 14, verse 4. These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, meaning that women are like some of the other philosophies, not taking heed to other philosophies, being clean, man. Staying true to the true doctrine. Staying true to the true doctrine, which we believe is Yahweh Shai is given to the apostles, a great millstone, and their elders on down. These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Most High and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of Most High. So like I'm trying to basically, but basically still for his name, man. Okay, that was good as well, but that was the precept I was looking for. Back to the book of Psalms 37. What time we got? Okay, we're good. Psalms 37. Bear with me. Psalms 37 and Psalm 37, verse 18. Sorry, verse 17. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, their power, but the system. But the Yahweh uphold the righteous, the 104,000, the remnant of Israel. The Yahweh knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. All right? We're going to be joint heirs, Lord willing, joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, man. Being the judges, being the kingdom of nation, being the kingdom of priests and kings, man. That's what we're looking for. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time. All right? Because we are coming to an evil day, man. Jacob trouble. All right? It's coming, man. But as it says in the scriptures, his servant shall eat, man. The ones that did the work of Yahweh Shai. Once all hell breaks loose, you're not going to see prophets hitting hours in the hedges no more, man. Okay? You're going to, hey, listen, we are here to warn you, man. Okay? As it says, it's going to be a famine of the word in the book of Amos chapter 8. You know? They shall not be ashamed in the evil time. And in the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. All right, his servants, the one that did the work, the ones that sighed and that cried, the ones that mourned, the ones that warned you. All right, the ones that Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, the one that told Esau his judgment as well, that he's going to be a slave. The ones that told the other nation their judgment, that they're going to be slaves to the nation of Israel, man. Okay? All right, because we out here to tell them their judgment, man. That you're going to be an utterly slave, and your system of thing will be cast down. All right, especially Esau Edom, man, so-called white man. He's going to catch it. He's going to catch it even worse. All right. But the wicked, you see, Psalm 37:19 one more time. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. We're gonna be satisfied, man. The ones that did the work of Yahweh Shai. We're still gonna eat, man. We're still gonna maneuver when all hell breaks loose. Okay. Verse 20. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of Yahweh shall be as the fat of lambs. It's gonna, melt away. They shall consume into smoke. Shall they consume away through the lake of fire, the ICBM missiles. All right? The enemies, as I brought out a little earlier. Psalms 83, starting with the nation of Edom. Why? Because they the forefront of wickedness, man. They number one on the Most High hit list. All right? You know how they say public enemy number one? Esau Edom is public enemy number one. He's a fugitive and a vagabond, man. He needs to be arrested. It's time for a great lockup of this devil, okay? Read it again. Psalm 37, verse 20. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of Yahweh shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke, shall they consume away. Verse 21. The wicked borrowed and paid not again, but the righteous showed mercy and given it, man. Once again, the ones that show mercy in the book of Matthew chapter 5, as I brought out, the ones that were merciful should be shown mercy. All right? Why? Because we thought about, hold on. What would our Lord Yahweh Shai do, man? We got to be in that mind frame of what would Yahweh Shai do. Continue to think upon what he would do, man, so we won't go off and go astray. The wicked borrow and pay it not again, but the righteous show mercy and give it. Verse 22. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. Let's read it again. Psalm 37, verse 22. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth. The ones that be blessed of who? Yahweh Shai. Now the whole nation of Israel is the Most High's peoples, but right now on this side, only a remnant will come back, man. But ultimately, they will enjoy the promise, man. Okay, they will be saved with the everlasting salvation. It says in the book of Romans, chapter 11. All right, and the ones that curse. Is talking about the other nations, but the ones that curse is talking about the Esau Edomites, man. All right, those are the curse of the Lord, of Yahweh Shai. That's why they look the way they do. That's why they have no pigment. The other nations is after 1,000 years can go right back to their land and inherit it, and they would still have to keep the high holy days and keep the high holy days and still had to be on the tribute, man. They still gonna be servants. All right, it's not like they're gonna go back to their great estate. No, they're gonna be slaves, man. Because that's our inheritance. Verse 22 again. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. They that be cursed of him, man. Cursed of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Continue on. Verse 23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Yahweh, and he delighted in his way. All right, the man's goings are of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, man. How then can a man understand his own way? You cannot do what you want to do just because. You cannot eat the highways in the hedges just because. You cannot speak the scripture just because, man. Even a false prophet, man, he's out there sprouting out nonsense and crap because the Most High is using them on the left-hand side. Everything is Yahweh's will, man. All right? And everyone has their part. Everyone has a lot to fulfill whatever he wants you to fulfill, whether it's righteousness or wickedness. All right? The steps of a good man are ordered by the Yahweh and delighted in his way. Verse 24. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Yahweh upholdeth him with his hand. Verse 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. All right? The Most High will not leave his servants hanging, man. The ones that did his will, the Most High will uphold you, man. You got to endure, though. You got to continue to push. All right? You don't just become a teacher, or a prophet, or a priest and just stop, man. Okay? This continue. All right? Come on. The steps, verse 24, though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Yahweh upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Verse 26, he is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. All right, the nation of Israel, man. Depart from me evil. Depart from me evil and do good, and do well forevermore, man. So put off the old man. Rehearse your righteous acts. Build up your faith, man. Continue to pray Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, that you can continue to gain knowledge and understanding. All right? And Lord willing, have mercy on you, man. Every brother out here, we are looking for mercy from the apostles on down. All right? We don't always, once again, I said it earlier, but got to keep, got to keep mentioning it, man. We are looking for mercy, man. We want to escape the heavy judgment that's coming, man. That's not, when you hear about the lake of fire, that scared me, man. This is why, every time I heard the scriptures, I was afraid. Okay, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, man. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. All right. Depart from me evil and do good and do well forevermore. Verse 28. For the Yahweh loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. The saints are the Israelites. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off, the Edomites. The righteous shall inherit their land, and dwell therein forever. All right, the earth is ultimately for the nation of Israel, man. And the land, Basra, all that's going to be Judah's land, okay? The mouth of the righteous speaketh it wisdom, and his tongue talketh it of judgment. Let's grab the book of Malachi real quick. Speaking of wisdom, what's wisdom? All right. The knowledge to stem on the scriptures, the laws, man. Let's grab the book of Malachi, chapter 2. Real quick. Almost finished. Malachi chapter 2 and verse 7. Malachi. Salakia. Malachi chapter 2 verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Yahweh of hosts. All right, so it's the law, man. Let's read it again. The mouth of the righteous speaketh of wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. Malachi 2 and 7 one more time. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Yahweh of hosts. All right. The law of Mosai is in his heart. The law of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide, man. Once again, you meditate. This is all you think about. This is all you just envision, man. Okay, this world gonna be destroyed. nation of kingdom and priests. All right, never having to be wronged again, never had to have false accusation against my name. Yahweh, Yahweh Shai is being glorified. I mean, you name it, man. Beautiful. The law of his power, the law of his Most High is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. Verse 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. This is all Esau Edom is about, man. Once again, he's the wicked. All right. This is what he's programmed for. Verse 33. The Yahweh will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged it. All right, so the Most High is not going to leave him in his hand. All right, the Most High is not going to leave us to be utterly destroyed, man. Once again, there will be elect members that will be slain, man. That will have to go through, killed, whatnot. Why? Because ultimately for Yahweh Shai, man, just as John the Baptist did. All right, he's definitely the elect, which we believe came back as Abba Bivens. All right, verse 34. Wait on the Yahweh and keep his way. The hell? It's like you. Verse 34, Psalm 37, verse 34, almost finished. Wait on the Yahweh and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. So, ultimately, we're going to see our downfall of our enemies, man. We're going to give our praise to Yahweh Shai. All right? We can't, when you see that your enemies is being cast down, man, when you see the same peoples that rape your peoples, that beat your peoples, that destroyed your peoples, man, put your peoples in a hell condition, all right? To see him utterly beat down and to be as nothing. As it says in the scriptures, and this the man that made the earth to tremble, man. All right, this is how bad it's gonna be for Esau Edom, man. He's a basis of men. He's a big Dumbo. All right, he's a big dummy. But he walk around prideful. All right, and that's gonna be put down, man. All this crap you see is gonna be utterly cast down. Salakia. So like I'm trying to see what the hell they doing. Salakia, back to what I was saying. And I have seen the wicked in great power. 334 once again. Psalm 37, 34. Wait on the Yahweh, keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. Verse 35. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spread himself like a green bay tree. All right, so yeah, so they spread it. As it says, they're not keepers at home. All right, you catch an Edomite anywhere. But let's see what's going to happen. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Most High will destroy this devil. There will be no remaining of the house of Esau. Mark the perfect man, mark, which means to observe, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace, man. All we saying is what's coming out the scriptures, man. We're not here to sprout out, and this is ultimately what Yahweh Shai wants. All right. Verse 38, but the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. The system of things will be cut off. The people that you see that's mocking you, scoffing and scorning will be cut off, man. So-called Edomites, so-called white man, all this shit that you see will be destroyed, man. You won't see any more school shooters that's going out, but you won't see none of that again. Okay? Let's continue on. But the salvation, let's read 38 one more time. The transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. Verse 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Yahweh. He is their strength in the time of trouble. The Israel of God in the book of Galatians, talking about the elect. Let's read it again. Psalms 37, verse 39. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Yahweh. He is their strength in the time of trouble. Salakia. And the Yahweh shall keep them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. All right, so ultimately the Most High is going to save who? The nation of Israel, starting with the elect. All right, but the salvation of the righteous is of the Yahweh. This is ultimately Yahweh's will, man. Regardless of what you think, regardless of, oh my God, these are people, yes. The same people that you laughed and scorned, called niggas, spits, wetbacks, those are the peoples of the Lord, of Yahweh Shai. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Yahweh. He is their strength in the time of trouble. Verse 40, and the Yahweh shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. All right, because we kept the faith, because we rehearsed the righteous acts of the Most High, man. We didn't waver. We didn't fold. We did all that we could do, man. We rehearsed. We preached the word to get the blood off our hands. Let's grab the book of Ezekiel, chapter 30, Ezekiel 3, real quick. All right, this is what we did, man. Salakia. Ezekiel 3, real quick. Woo! Let's grab the book of Ezekiel. I'm gonna skip down real quick. And he said unto me, son of man, the role goes into, this scriptures, man, digesting, understanding of the scriptures, of the prophecies, and going out and telling it. And he said unto me, this is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 4, real quick. And he said unto me, son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them, for thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of an hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not too many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. Not too many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. All right, they will listen to us, man. But let's see who won't listen. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee. All right, because they look at us like, they the same as us. They just some niggas. They're just a Mexican, and they're just a Native American. Who cares? All right, our own people say this. Because the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. All right, for all the house of Israel are imputed and hard-hearted. All right, skip down. Let's skip. Okay, Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17, last one. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth. And this is what we're doing now, man. Read the scriptures and go out and tell it, man. Hear the words. This is what eat the roll is about. We eat the roll and then go spread out and then go tell what's to come. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Verse 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So listen, man. So once you get his understanding and his knowledge, then this is when you go out and spread it, man. All right, to warn him, to get the blood off our hands. Verse 19, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn from his wickedness, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. All right, so I'm going to stop there. Okay, so this is what we are here doing, man. To warn the wicked, whether they hear or forbear, man. All right, to get the blood off our hands. So I'm going to end it there. And once again, the topic of this was, you should pay back for your own sin. I kind of, the Spirit had me go somewhere else. But hopefully that was edifying. And I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that teach and do real well. Shalom to the Akim, the hopeful elect, that continue to push the truth on the highways and hedges, that continue to do all they can do, man. Shalom, Brakathama, Baba Ball.